very, very bristled in the cat because that helps to pull a piece of meat off the bones. Teeth, very, very prominent canine teeth. Or cuspids, commonly called fangs, carnivores, to tear through meat. Very, very sharp molars to slice through. Remember I asked you to do a comparison of the deer skulls back there, because those are herbivores. And you'll see the teeth shapes are different. Alright? In the neck area, there by the ear, is the parotid salivary gland right there. And under the parotid salivary gland and under the masseter muscle is the somewhat oval-shaped submandibular salivary gland right there. Right? Epiglottis again, esophagus again. Right? And there we can actually see the esophagus right there running right next to the aorta. So that is my esophagus right there. Right there. There's the aorta, there's the esophagus. Right? They pass by the diaphragm, and the diaphragm and the liver are held together by that membrane. And notice that you can see a very fragile membrane, but it's called the falciform ligament. You can see the hole right there. So if I stick this probe, it's going to go right through it, which I don't want to. So misnamed is what we are saying. Right? There's my liver, and there's a nice big green gallbladder right there. And all of that green is bile that has leaked out. Bile helps with digestion. Bile to my red bone marrow to help with the production of hemoglobin. Right? There's my stomach. And my stomach, by the esophagus, is called the cardiac stomach, the fundic stomach, mostly the body, and then this little hook right here on the stomach, and that is the pyloric stomach that flows into the indented area right there, the pyloric sphincter. You can actually see that indentation right there. So there is the pyloric stomach, and there's the pyloric sphincter right there, which leads us now into the small intestine. So this first part of the small intestine after the pyloric sphincter is the duodenum. Most of this is the jejunum. And then there's my large intestine, and the third part of the small intestine that runs into the large intestine is the ileum. So that's the ileum right there that drains into the large intestine right there. Right? Now, the small intestine drains, or the ileum drains into that area right there. The first part of the large intestine right there is called the cecum. So that area is the cecum. So that valve, or that connection, is called the ileocecal valve. And in us right there, folks, hanging off that little cecum area right there is where my appendix is going to be located right there. Cats are carnivores, they don't have appendices. Right? So ileum into the large intestine, third part. Second is the jejunum. And the first one, the duodenum, comes out of the stomach at the pyloric sphincter. Right? Then we just call this a large intestine, or the colon. In humans, there's going to be a more definitive arrangement. Ascending transverse, descending sigmoid colon. Right? So shape-wise. So large intestine, colon runs down right there. Anus and rectum we can't see. Right? Questions? Oh yeah, then the omentum is going to be located like this. So the omentum is going to be that fatty apron structure that is wrapping right here. It's gone right there, but it's going to attach to the spleen right there like that, the bottom of the stomach, and it's going to hold the small intestine in place like that. Right? Then I lift up my stomach like that. I open up my spleen on the left-hand side like that. And I open up my duodenum on the right-hand side like that. So notice there are those three organs: spleen, stomach and duodenum, and right in there is the pancreas, under the stomach and medially to the spleen and the duodenum right there. Right? And I think that is the digestive system.